After the resort, before we move to the next one.
Summon incoming.
Legion. You don't have a little macro. You need to, like, say, summoning.
Let's summon.
I'm on a new PC, dude. I have not got everything up to date yet.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Okay, group up. Stay right. Next cubby. Move it.
Oh
Left
man,
broker.
poor Zan.
Just trying to get some healer points. Pissed off.
Am I dead?
Yeah, well, it hasn't decided yet.
Oh yeah, you are.
Oh,
You were taking damage, but I also wasn't allowed to heal you. So.
Yeah, I couldn't shield either.
I'm just standing here by Stellan running in place.
Oh, really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Still?
Yep.
Yeah, in the shadow.
Can
realm,
I
maybe.
res if I try here?
No. We'll have to summon her after the boss.
I feel gutsy. I'm just running right up the middle of the room.
Pulls the whole entire raid.
Zan,
I
your
think I'll
work
see
trip
Blue
might
Lord.
be the your work trip might be the necessary sacrifice for Rejuve Gem.
Might be.
Yeah, how many tiers have we gotten? Like at least 5. Like,
4 or 5.
not enough.
Yeah, I need
I
us to
think-
get about 4 more.
I think all the logs
we
have
need
one.
5 or 6 more.
Honestly, it's tough to think about it this way, but we've gotten just as many of those as we've gotten DFTs, I think.
Next cubby.
No, we've
gotten
gotten
at
more
least-
tiers.
We've gotten
I
at
think
least
we're
5
plus 1 or 2.
DFTs.
Oh, have we?
We've gotten at least 6 tiers.
It feels like plus 1 or 2 on the tier. But there's a loot log that we can rip.
Popping the flask here real quick and then we can pull.
Looks like
Going now. And the traps are good. I'm starting to slowly go.
Nice pull on the whelps, right?
It's on Stellan. Stellan.
He is not doing like any damage to you.
Think up, we'll think up.
Nice.
whelps.
Away from the door.
Yep.
Don't grab me.
Ooh, did
Thank you,
Steven
big
catch a
grab.
lesbear? Did you get lesbeared, Steven?
I don't know what that means.
I know. What does that mean?
I think Lesbear died last week or the week before, and it was a fluke because she got the kickback, but also the front cleave or something.
Oh, I do remember that.
Oh yeah. Alright, I think we're good on whelps. Finish off these last 2 or 3.
Same assigns as last week, tanks.
You got this other guy marked for me, Glorious?
Done.
Okay. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Melee.
How to play my favorite game. How many times is Stephen gonna turn into a squirrel?
That's my favorite game.
Hide pasta. Or don't. It's your choice. There you go.
That's 1.
Yeah, let's
got
get a
it,
summon on
Zan.
Zan.
I got it.
Okay, pulling in 3, 2, 1.
And that is a fast dwarf. Zoom
Hide
in.
Broku. Hide Broku.
Watch out, we got dynamite in the melee.
Get you in a second, Steven.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to him. That's a 1 to the scroll count here for those keeping track at home.
Oh, I've gotten him once already.
Oh,
Not
so it's
twice.
for 2.
Yeah.
This is scroll.
Plus.
Lily, would you like to go heal the main tank with me?
Cloak it
Put
up.
your cloak on.
Always remember to cloak it up.
Hey guys, we were standing in the wrong spot.
You mean?
For what?
Which pallet's going over?
Lily's over here. Let me throw it in the group. Oops. And we. There we go. Get Doom in a group where you can get buffs. There we go. I think we're ready. Do we have tank assigns? Who's main
I'm
tank?
good. It's me.
Right, let's go.
And-
Yep, we can go.
No, he's already made it back to
Oh.
the dragon again.
Okay.
Sorry, Ario. We were almost there. War tank, you're first off on this, yeah?
Off tank. Yeah.
Yeah, first off. Okay.
You son of a bitch.
He's coming.
All right, here we go.
Oh, hold up, hold up.
No DPS. No DPS. Both go to the tank. Go to the tank.
Everything. Give me 1 sec.
Let's
Should be good.
Guys.
Yeah, go for it. Oh boy. Taunt back, taunt back, taunt back. Ooh,
I still. You have to taunt.
I got it.
You have to taunt.
Good job. Kind of scary at the beginning, but good job, tanks.
We'll be to sec here for mana. I remember when we used to need 4 healers on the tank side.
Yeah. I was getting slapped, though, especially at the beginning, but yeah, good job.
We're ready.
Yeah, we look good.
I'm not a contrarian, I'm just a realist.
Pick up the DPS.
I'm a realist.
Wait, DPS, wait. Let's start
Triangle's
square.
good.
Stay off X. X is
Start
loose.
square. Start square. Nobody touch X. Kavoth's got it.
Triangle safe. 52.
Let's go to triangle after square. DPS.
Both is trying to single-handedly prove the Fury Warrior meta wrong.
We just need more consumables, that's all.
He's just got to come on and slam on repeat. Let's go circle. Circle.
Surprise! You didn't get rend. Right, positions. Mana looks good. Probably just pull the next pack. Let me get Lily added to the tank group.
Rain of fire and ranged.
Oh no.
So annoying rate of fires there.
Listening?
You're really low. What'd you say?
Melee on moon, I said.
Okay. I just heard moon.
Who
Right,
bopped
forward.
bronze?
Please don't flop a tank. Everyone's staring at
Lily.
you.
Yeah, everyone's
Where's
looking
Lily?
at Lily.
Techs are kind of spread out range. Careful.
Melee, can you kill that tech near X?
Slam.
Famine. Fires, flame strikes.
Alright, while we're setting up for this next poll, I'm going to do a ready check. If you want to do double drakes, click ready, otherwise click no.
Oh, you can't do this to me. I didn't prepare my anus.
Will you whisper me what your preparation routine is for that?
You want to know?
Right. Forward.
Preparation H.
Preparation
Looks
hunter.
like we're doing double dragon.
Sweet.
Bad timing, Lily. Lily's down.
What are you watching?
Okay, on X.
Sorry, Lily.
Just give a sec for Lily to get mana for the next pull.
Yeah, he's at the bottom of the ramp anyways.
What a jerk.
We had healers running out of, I think, 2 firestorms or whatever it's called. Rain of fire.
Yeah.
And then Lily got sheep and all the other tanks were taking big damage. That was rough.
Yeah, the sheep was just came at the worst time. Alright, we're ready.
Alright, pulling. We lost a lot of traps. Wait, that's on me. I think we still got one down. Should be good.
Should is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that statement.
Oh, look at that. It went off.
Hell yeah.
And Lily's getting nuked.
Careful range. Text are spread out.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Throws. One more pack.
Draconids.
Oh, okay. I can count.
Thanks up.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everyone stay back except for tanks and healers, please.
Remember DPS, we start triangle. Just kill the little guy.
Square.
It's good.
Yeah, square and X are okay.
We're going square, square. Now X. Let's go.
Alright, let's get a long drink in here.
Forget your cloaks.
Probably good for everyone to get your cloak on.
Same tanks as last week.
Yep. Me and Bronze on Flamegore. You and Kavoth, right? On Ebonrock. Same positioning. Naka.
He's in slam build.
Oh, that's right.
Brandis probably.
Brandis. Yeah.
Okay.
It's really simple.
Do you-
I'll just start at the top.
I've never done this before, yeah.
Just wear just keep the gear you have on. Wear the cloak.
If you want Parandus, we can switch that. We can have Naka sit with War Tank, and I can just use you as a third tank on Flame Gore, and I'll just call for like a taunt if I need it from you.
Alright.
If that's easier. I think that's
So
easier.
I do whatever you feel is best. I'll do whatever.
You can sit here then when you're going for the taunt. This is where you'll be taunting for the buffet.
Alright.
Okay,
On
But
Flame Gore or
only you'll be on Flame Gore with me and Bronze,
Okay.
but only taunt if I call for it.
Will do.
Naka would like to know where to be.
Naka, you're gonna be here. You show him War Tank.
yeah, you'll be right here, Naka. I'll be in the corner.
All right.
Okay. Buff, powered shield on me and Stellan.
Yep.
And then on you, Stellan.
Okay. Here we
Everyone
go.
should be down below. I'm just standing here in case the pull goes bad.
You grabbed the wrong one.
No buttons, no buttons.
Got it.
Fading. I'm fading.
Enrage.
Healer's out. Nice. Clean pull.
Taunt Naka.
Enrage.
Taunt when you can, Naka. Well,
Enrage.
Oh boy.
Just focus your heals on the tank's healers. Raid can manage
Enrage.
themselves if they need to.
Naka taunt.
Enrage.
Looks like they're close enough to cleave.
Bronze taunt. Job.
Enrage.
Taunt Naka.
Hit finish Flame Gore.
Enrage.
Ready to taunt Naka.
Enrage.
Job. 3 tank taunt rotation. Naka, you can continue to taunt for Buffet.
Taunt.
I got it.
I
Oh,
get
that was
you.
Buffet. My bad.
Taunt off
I'm
that.
fine.
Taunt Stellan. Naka taunt. Stellan.
Resist.
Resist.
Shit.
Taunt, need a taunt as soon as possible.
Yep, I got it.
Bronze,
It's on Bronze. Taunt for Buffet, Naka. He's dead.
Resisted.
Nicely done.
Jeez. That is
Silence.
shite.
We're sacrificing it all for the crossbow.
Good job, though.
Horizon, Paladin, and Druid.
That was a much cleaner pull. Much worse loot, though.
Remember, you have to log out and log back in for the parse to save.
You want me to log out, you're saying?
No, that's a later problem.
It's later when for the parse.
Oh,
for
thank you.
your log, yeah.
Thanks
Yeah,
up.
just yell at me
Going.
later, because you'll probably be looking it up and I'll have forgotten.
DPS cake back on.
Brandis.
Ready for tank? Okay, let's go.
Skull's bad. Skull's bad. Need tank help.
X is probably the better. Yeah, go X.
We'll go square next. Square next.
Be careful. It is shadow.
Job.
You like that panic bubble for you, Bunny? Right at the end there.
Yes, nice. No death.
Take off your Ani cloaks if you still have them on. I see a few of you.
Mungler, you and I have the emergency tranks. And remember, guys, if it's the bronze breath, DPS are jumping out is so good.
Fort's 5 minutes. We can do that, right? We're fine.
Yeah, we're fine. We can rebuff before and after. Yeah, Glorious Briar, Zan, Lily. We will run in.
Someone on Lord tank, please.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, start.
Easy DPS. Okay, go ahead.
It's nice when he doesn't tear me off the road.
Oh my
Enrage.
god. I do not have Dispel Magic on my bar. Yes.
That's jumping out DPS. Hide.
Enrage. Enrage.
That's bronze DPS is jumping out. Hide. Hiding on both breaths.
Enrage.
These breaths.
Yep.
Enrage. Enrage.
Yeah, you don't want to get hit with that one.
Yeah.
Drop your DPS.
Enrage. Use item.
Right when he gets the fire vulnerability. people with Ignite Flesh on. If you're currently taking damage, stay down here. Don't run up. Looks like you have
Yes.
40 seconds on a bunch of them.
Bonnie cloaks.
Oni cloaks will rebuff near like the throne area, guys.
Yeah, let's be quick about it. We got 9 minutes on our best clear. Alright, let's start moving up people with Ignite Flesh.
Somebody have a sand I can steal.
Yes, Trade
Who
Star.
needs it?
Trade Star if you have the Bronze Affliction right now.
Thanks, pass.
Not a problem.
Remember to dismiss hunter pets.
That should be everyone with the Affliction. Mel, what's your ETA?
I'm just getting to the chain. I'm about to walk up to the entrance.
Alright, we're gonna need a summon on Les Bear in a sec as soon as she's in. Everyone make sure you have your cloak on.
Rebuff Fort Spirit. I just had to redo my 2 groups.
Yes, I did.
Naka's always so nice like that with the dumplings, always sharing his dumplings with everybody.
Alright, you ready to pull?
No.
We need to summon.
We're just waiting on Mel to get in.
I'm sorry.
And when Mel gets in, I need to buff group 2, so I'll drink right away.
Should we get the repair bot down now?
Yeah,
I have it. I'm gonna do it. Just stealthy.
Thank you, something.
And I'm loading. I'm in.
Alright.
Or tank, you're the main tank for Feral Ward, right?
Yes, I am.
Alright, summon on Les Bear, please.
Thank you.
I apologize for him, Khan. Thank you for checking. When we change phase, run over with him, please. When he says he's going, Khan.
Will do.
Thank you.
Start now.
Let the games begin.
After this fight, I'll do a ready check to see how many people we have for Molten Core.
Yeah, I think some went and locked earlier today.
Yeah.
But I'm down.
He's really picking on you today.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Need to somehow get Karnak credit for all of the shadow resistant damage.
Right.
He
Well,
needs another 100 parts.
That's the same thing with the Judge Light. Healers don't get credit for that with so much healing.
Really? Damn.
Yeah. Like a good Judge Light is sometimes it's like 10, 20k heal.
6 kills left, 6 left.
Yep. Heading over after this next one.
Keep them grouped up, guys. Even with the tank going over. Try and pull it back.
The mortal's courage begins to
Finish off those ads. Should not run it in late.
Let's see how they contend with the true lord.
One ad late, one ad late. Thank you.
Balrog, really, buddy?
Someone forgot their cloak.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
Raid.
Fuck, I thought I got it.
I'm
Jesus.
sorry, Raid. Just failing this time. Fort buffs.
We can get a battle res on Balrog. Thank you.
Sorry, bud. No pie for you this time.
Watch
Gotta
me,
earn your pie.
Last call soon.
I'm sorry.
Whew, that was close. He was just popping that shadow phone too.
Yeah.
Alright, new probes.
Warlocks.
Alright, we might have bad timing on the class call and the ads. Just be ready.
Target you.
Hunter.
Oh,
Nope. Easiest one.
Possible.
Ads. Ads. Melee. Out.
Shit.
We can get a battle res on Wilhelm as well.
Sorry, Will.
Leave no man behind.
Very nice. Lokamir.
Nothing to my
Reboon.
Do you hear? Nothing!
Yes, reboon.
Pure Elementium.
Sick.
Oh, hey, head of Neth.
New Oreo joke drop.
You dropped the blue sack of gens. That's a good one.
Congrats, Zan.
Man, that is a sick mace.
Oh, yeah. The pity points.
Oh,
Pity points.
Rua.
Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Oh, is Rua even? Oh, yeah, Rua's here.
I'm about to start going after that ring soon, I think.
I still can't believe when I got it, I was the only SR because people didn't believe we were gonna kill Neff.
Just double checking. Priests, none of you need the tier 2?
Correct.
Yeah, have it.
Including Goonsby, Khan. Okay.
This ready check is if you're able to go to MC.
What's
Understand some people will be locked.
Sorry, what does head of Neff give you? Is it worth anything
not-
to priest?
No.
Okay.
Is that more than half?
All right, we're not going to do. I don't think we're going to do MC. Yeah, we'll plan on doing it. The plan is still to do it on next Monday. So next Monday will be BWL and MC. The sign up is up, so are the SRs. Please sign up for them. And then we also have the usual AQ raid on Thursday. While we do have everyone here, we kind of figured it'd be nice. I've kind of been telling people about this throughout the week. Since we're not going into MC, just a chance for us to talk about the raid and the way things have been going, how people are kind of feeling about the team, the pace that we're on, what people's thoughts on like Viscidus are. So everyone take a little break. I'm going to do a timer, and then if anyone has any questions or just wants to discuss, all the leads will be here to go through it.
Like, do you have any specific like questions, or like what are you wondering?
Just
Okay,
any.
It's a pretty broad question.
Yeah, so like especially in particular like the pacing that we've been going in like AQ40, like we've been using a lot of consumes, like it's a very consume ready like heavy raid. When we're on booning, what our kind of plans are for Nax Ramus and all of those types of things. Basically, if there's something you've been wanting to ask the leads or the officers, now's the time to do it. And voice any opinions about like how we want to handle Nax, how we want to handle optional bosses in AQ.
Right. So, and I'm also understanding from what you're saying is like any struggles that you might have, i.e., like mats for shit.
Yeah, to an extent, yeah.
Gotcha.
Just anything.
Congrats on that mace, Rua. Big grats.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, Rua,
Stand up for a second.
that's big dick in it, buddy.
You're up in the head still?
Yeah, I meant to roll off spec on it. Can I pass it to somebody else who wants it? I don't think I was the highest as off spec.
I can't see it anymore. So
I can see it. I can see it.
Hopefully can.
Mungler or Briar or Pasta were all higher than me. Pasta, you still here?
I
just went to Stormwind. I would be getting it for my
I'm in Stormwind. I can hand it.
through TBC. So, if
like
somebody's been
off.
using the item before then,
Yeah, I was gonna hold it.
Give
I
it
was
to
gonna.
Mungler.
Okay, is Mungler
that
here?
Mungler should get it.
Yeah, out of all of us, I would say Mungler.
Okay, is Mungler you at the Stormwind? I can pass it to you.
He's in Elwyn Forest right now.
He might still be gone for the break right now, but I'm sure he'll come
He
back.
might be mid-flight.
See you later.
Does anyone have any questions?
He was...
So 15 seconds, people might be coming back.
So I haven't done Nax before. Are we planning on
5, 4,
setting multiple
3,
nights for it
2,
from the start?
1.
Sorry, I just got back. Was that question about Nax?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just wondering if we're planning on doing one wing per raid night, how we're...
Yeah, so initially, it's going to be very similar to what we did with BWL and AQ. It will be our top priority when it comes out, and we'll see how far we can go, and then we'll kind of evaluate the schedule and start to add back in things like BWL or AQ based on what people's like loot needs are, and where they're going to see the most impact. But initially, when Nax comes out, because of how big of a raid it is, and how time consuming it can be to clear, we're probably going to dedicate both nights to it.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, for Nax too, just a reminder that just like AQ, it's another serious ratcheting up of consume costs and everything too. And that's one reason, like, we're this week we kind of pumped the brakes a little bit on doing Viscidus, and we're probably going to do the same thing last week. We'll still do an attempt on Thursday if we have time, if time permits. But yeah, we're trying to make sure, and then we're also running those Skolos to try and get people more money for consumes and everything too. But that's another one where you're going to run through pretty much every resistance potion possible. Lots of frost resist pots, fire resist pots even come back. It's just a lot. It's a very involved raid.
I'm excited to see new content. The AQ was as far as I made it the last playthrough.
I'm excited to see it too, Pasta. I did it in Wrath, but
well met.
I'm excited to like do it with Mango in Classic and see what
Classic.
it's like.
It's a lot better. The
Yeah.
Nax in Wrath sucks butt compared to it now.
You get the full experience of Classic for sure.
I did it back in like OG, like when it first came out. Awful. That was fucking awful. It was hard. Fun. Awful.
I think the problem was trying to run it on a brick PC.
Yeah, that was definitely back in the day. One of the problems was that place would just slow you down.
It's kind of like what Glorious already said, where like when we went into AQ40, it was like a step up in seriousness, which like at certain times can rub against the Mango culture the wrong way. But it's also fun to down bosses, right? So we're doing our best to balance, obviously maintaining Mango culture as semi-casual and welcoming, but in order to down bosses, the minimum requirement seems to go up and up with these raids.
Yep.
I think we just need to establish what semi-casual means for each raid, right? Like, or it's like you can still be semi-casual, but you have to put in X amount of hours in order, or like X amount of consumes, right, in order to be like semi-casual. Or it's like, because otherwise it's like a detriment to everybody.
So my take is semi-casual is you come with the required consumes, which is stuff like protection potions, if you can. If you need help, then you can ask to help afford that stuff. But you should try and help getting some protection stuff. It's not a requirement, I would say, to get stuff like Mongoose or spell power potions. That's the semi-casual we're talking about. And it relates to also not, like getting world buffs is not semi-casual, but we do like it. You know what I mean? So like getting just the minimum requirement protection potion, coming with a nature protection potion or shadow protection or something like that, is considered still in the range of semi-casual.
Yeah, no, totally. I maybe like outlining something like that, being like, hey, for every raid bring X, and that's like, and even into Nax, you know, like that's the same thing. We'll have our own sort of like expectations based on what's technically possible. You know what I mean, in terms of like how many consumes you need to actually get through stuff. I mean, obviously, I don't know. I haven't really done much of the research, but I'm sure that our leads are like, once we get into that, it's like you guys will know what exactly we need for Nax.
Yeah, so the things I would suggest would be a lot of like a couple shadow protection potions and frost protection potions. Those would
Yeah. I just mean, like, in the future, like when Nax comes out, there you guys will probably send a message being like, hey, these are like, you should bring 10 frost, 10 like, I don't know, like 5 nature, 5 fire or whatever to our raids.
Brandis, what you're getting at is you would like a formal communication about expectations.
Well, sure. I feel like but I feel like that ties into what we were saying about like our like how serious the group is. It's like we can say whatever, but it's like maybe if we outline what those exact expectations are in terms of what it means, like, to come to raid, like, it would be helpful. I don't know if that's if anybody else feels that, but I feel like maybe going into Nax, it'll help people know, okay, maybe I'll set some time aside to like farm some dark runes so that I can get my frost protection potions for Thursday or something like that. Because I mean, I feel like the least ideal situation would be we come in and it's like, you know, I mean, we're totally accepting of everybody and that's chill for the group, but then we can't down content because it's like affecting us detrimentally. I'd love for it to be smooth. Sorry.
I think we need a shopping list, and then we can run the numbers and see what the expected cost is per raid, and then then people should raise flags if it is unsustainable. Otherwise, it's gonna just be this kind of nebulous thing until it actually hits, and then some people are gonna be prepared, some people won't be prepared, and everybody will be frustrated.
Yeah, and I think to the point about downing content, I know I've had chats with folks about it before, and I think it's very much a kind of a core Mango tenet is that we begin to step up how kind of serious the raiding experience is as we run into difficulties with content. Meaning, like, we're really unlikely to move things around or increase kind of quote-unquote the level of sweatiness if we're downing all the bosses. But like you say, if we're hard stuck somewhere or we're experiencing difficulties, that's definitely a time when I think the leads really consider, you know, where do we need to ramp up? What areas can we, you know, increase some dedication to see if we can't move a kill time?
I think a perfect example of that is the decision to farm the immature venom sacks. Like, that is definitely sweaty, but it not all players need to do it, so that it worked out really well, and we got really close.
Well, it's so the whole thing of farming the sacks for Viscidus is to reduce the sweatiness of people buying consumables. There's a consumable that you can get that removes poisons, but that will cost money for people to craft. They'll have to farm on their own. And the people that did come, I saw it more as they're coming to help the raid, not as something that's sweaty. And that's something that could be leading into the semi-casual as well, is if everyone gets together and helps each other, and not just fend for yourself.
True, I didn't mean
too, I would say,
negatively there.
Go ahead, Kabo.
I would say on that thought to help other people, start looking at videos and researching what your true upgrades and bis are for Nax, because for example, warriors, I think the only person that's probably going to go for the set is war tank, because it's just so insane for tankiness, but I'm pretty sure all the other warriors want all of our rogues to get the full set because it's massive for them. So just make sure to double check what's actually upgrades, and don't just go for random things. Or if you don't know, like ask people to.
Yeah, it does cost. Like I listed the rogue requirements and the guild
It's a lot.
bank discussion. It's thousands of gold if you don't have materials prepped.
Yeah, and anyone who missed that, the bank's policy is that we only provide things that we get in raids. So there's not going to be like any of the sets that need Arcanite bars or enchanted leather. That's going to be on you. So make sure you're aware of that when you're SRing the set pieces in Nax, because that they do cost a pretty penny in order to be able to craft them.
So relative to this conversation and what we've kind of talked about looking forward, what is leadership's feeling about our AQ40 progress? Have we been elevating each week at the level that is hoped for? Are we moving too slowly? Do we feel like?
I myself feel we've done good on everything. The one thing that we've been struggling on, of course, is Viscidus. But that just comes with practice and understanding the fight.
Yeah.
And more
I think-
engineers too. If you need help like leveling engineering, let me know and I can help provide supplies and stuff too, by the way.
And
We're
our
not
big
required to level engineering. That's if you want to.
our big goal has always been like the 8 of 9 clear. Like we know how big of a pain Viscidus is for Alliance. Like we know the amount of work that goes into it and everything, and so it's not really surprising that like each week we've improved the 8 of 9 clear, and we've started switching the orders up a little bit. Like this coming Thursday, we'll probably do Oro after Cthulhu, just so we can one phase Cthulhu and save that extra time, and then just roll into Oro. But I've been really happy with the progress we've been making and how we've been improving each week. Ideally, we can get the 8 of 9 clears down to a point where we'd also be able to do BWL on a Thursday. So if we get like a 2-hour clear of 8 of 9, then we just knock out BWL right after it. Just trying to clear up more time for when Nax does come out.
Along that line, when is leadership considering swapping up Killing Bug Trio order for other classes to have shots at other items?
So far, no one. I'm open to it, and I've asked if anyone has a strong opinion on switching the order up to voice it, and so far, no one has. So I think once enough people want that loot from a different kill order, then we're open to switching it up.
I would like to go ahead and put in a recommendation that we kill Kree last.
That should probably just be a poll.
Yeah. Probably a poll for each boss, and then see, an option for each boss, and just see who do you want to kill last.
And just if there's 2 of the bosses that end up getting voted highly, then we could rotate back and forth between those from week to week.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can weight the whole thing based on that too.
Yeah, and our first time trying one of the a new order, we can also make sure that we won't unboon until after trio.
Are the
I'm
mechanics
just thinking,
like
looking at the
different?
list. Kree has a really good chest. I'm not sure who all would want it. That trinket is insanely good for certain fights in TBC where you have to have casters tank, and the wand is really good for a lot of our casters as well.
I heard somebody ask if the mechanics are different. Technically, not really. The mechanics aren't different. It just swaps the order in which the boss is in rage, right? So every time you drop one of the bosses, the other 2 get pissed off, and they do something different. Killing Kree last is typically considered the most dangerous, because if you leave him up last, he hits harder, he hits faster, he does the poison bolt volley at people, so it's kind of like higher risk, higher reward typically, because if you kill them before either of the other 2, it gives them a bigger enrage bonus than them gets if you kill him last.
Thanks.
Yep.
conventional wisdom though is like if you're killing the later bosses in the raid, you're killing Uro, like one-shotting Cthulhu, like really Kree last shouldn't really challenge your raid if your raid's already demonstrated that.
Yeah, I
AQ's
think any
bitch.
kill order is doable for us at this point. Just just on prog, right? That's why people don't kill Kree last, because he can be dangerous if you don't have a bunch of AQ gear already.
Yeah, right now the only SR is on Kree. That's the one to Rizlok.
Do we have any warlocks in Mango who are planning to stay warlock in TBC?
Yep. I am, yes.
Because that trinket you'll want for tanking Illidan.
Oh yeah.
SR in it right now.
No, you gotta start using your SR for it now.
Are those fights that level 70s can come back with small groups and reclaim, or is this too hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really hard to get people to come back to AQ in TBC. Like, there's so much stuff going on to farm in TBC.
Yeah,
like,
that's
Whenever you
understandable.
throw up an AQ 40, like, it's crickets.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe it'll be
I have
different
a-
on a huge server than it was on a not huge server. Maybe 1 billion people want to do AQ 40, but it was really hard to get going.
So I have a question about ATS. What's going to happen with that? Is there a plan for it?
I think the general sentiment from Leeds and everyone else who I've talked to about it is that it should go to one of our more dedicated raiders who has pretty much perfect attendance, and it should be based on that and their availability going into TBC, just to make sure it's available for the Karazhan teleport, the party buff, and all the other benefits you get from it. So that's at least where my thinking is right now. That there's probably a list of, like, I want to say 5 to 10 people who have kind of been with us from the beginning, who have made every raid, who we know are going to be here for TBC with us.
Hi, how are you?
That it would likely go to them. And this conversation will get revisited when Nax is announced, so that we have a plan for it. But it's not going to be an open role or SRable type thing. We're pretty much the day Nax gets released, we want to already know who's going to be getting it.
Along those lines,
actually,
would it be possible for people who are considering swapping classes in TBC, if we could get a raid sign up or a poll of some sort pre-Nax release of what people are planning to go into TBC, so that we can plan Nax accordingly, so to speak?
That's pretty smart, honestly.
Sorry, you're trying to plan Nax for TBC?
No, basically,
wants to know what we're going to play going into TBC at the start of Nax, right? So if people know they want to swap Shaman, we should probably know that going into Nax, so that, you know, we don't designate somebody to get ATS and then they say, oh, actually, I want to swap, right? Stuff like that. Just kind of have a general idea of, hey, are you staying on this character for Burning Crusade, or are you planning to roll something else?
The other thing I wanted to throw out there is, realistically, you need your first 2 ATSs planned, because you need to have a person, if somebody misses a raid or can't log in or their connection crashes and you have a shard drop, you need to know who that one is going to too. It can't just be like open roll if your designated ATS dude isn't there. Realistically, you need like a primary that's building the ATS and then a backup if they're not there or they crash for a certain boss or something goes wrong. Is this something to think about?
Yeah, good call out.
Thanks, dude.
Hunter weapon. Anyways,
Yeah, so I do have I will create a poll for the bug trio in order to figure that out, and then I think, yeah, when Nax gets released, figuring out what everyone's plans are in the future will probably be a poll that we'll post. I know there's quite a few people who are going to be going Shaman.
Is there any loot prio going into Nax, or any sort of idea how to alleviate like contention over some of the really hot items?
What is it?
No, we've been trying to move away from HRing or prioritizing items to certain people. Leads have been talking about putting kind of how in BWL we put like what we think is main spec over off spec and like the order that we think there should go, but they're not going to be binding because that is considered like semi loot council. They're just going to be suggestions of what we believe main spec over off spec is for a lot of the items.
Also, probably be encouraging folks. I know we do it every raid tier, but especially going into Nax, there's so many guides available to go and look up what loot you should be targeting out of the raid. And I know tons of the officers and tons of the other raiders pretty regularly sim gear. So if you're not sure or you want to be, 100%, you can always ask like me or anybody else that regularly does that to sim some gear for you, and figure out like what the biggest DPS upgrades are going to be. But really important to look into that going into Nax, just because obviously every raid tier that we progress, loot becomes more and more heavily contested because the raids are getting harder. So the loot is getting harder to come by.
Something else with regards to that, I know Steven and I have talked with it one night. Would it be possible for leads to consider, doesn't have to be a soon decision, switching to an SRing based off of a TMB list? So every raider does a list of that's my BIS. So you have to you look up your BIS, you create a list for it on the website, and then you're soft reserving off that list. And then once that list is cleared, then you can start going for the other niche pieces that you don't really need but would be nice, and then you're just rolling on anything that's not SR'd like normal.
I think we'd be willing to consider it, but it's probably not going to fit well with kind of how we've been trying to simplify our loot rules and make it easy for when like new people join and stuff like that. And we're also trying to keep it in line with the other raid teams going into Nax, so that like all of our loot systems are going into TBC, so that all the loot systems are still pretty much identical across the teams. But it's something that we can look into. It's something that, like, I know we've had multiple people to say it, and it sounds like we're beating a dead horse, but it really does help to go create those BIS lists and figure out kind of like create a gear plan. So you already know before the raid comes out, like which gear you're going after and what your end goal is there.
And I would recommend.
And I mean,
what's secondary to your actual BIS, so that way, say there's 15 freaking people on one item, you can go for a secondary that's maybe not as contested, and it does just as good. So
maybe, but like I don't know. For example,
if
tonight
people
though,
need
like
help
I'm just
running
saying
that's my BIS list and figuring that out. I was one of the main loot council people in the guild I was in an era that ran that's my BIS loot council system. So I can help figure out how to build the list, but not necessarily put the items on it for you.
Sounded like Heyman, you were trying to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was just I guess like an example for tonight, like with the BIS list and stuff, right? Is like those gloves drops. There's some cloth drops. Cloth gloves. Thank you. There we go. And I didn't roll on them. They got disenchanted because I had the T2 piece reserved, right? I don't know. I just, as an example of something that may or may not happen, right? Like once you start complicating things, it's harder to kind of get people geared, you know?
Are you saying the art system is too complicated right now?
No. That was my fault. I should have rolled on them. I should have said something. I didn't. That was my fault. But I'm saying if, like, you start doing this BIS list, right, you start getting things a little more complicated, and, you know, that's what they can roll on. It's preventing people from upgrading their gear. That was my thought on it, rather than...
That's not the case. You can still...
No, hey,
go ahead, Oriole.
I was just going to say real quick, I don't think we want to go all the way down the rabbit hole, but to Moose and Stephen's point, Eamon, in the That's My BIS list that they're talking about, they even said there's still the open roles for uncontested loot, right? So in this example, something that nobody had SR'd and it dropped, and you look at it and you go, well, it's not on my BIS list, but it's still an upgrade, and clearly nobody else needs it, so I'll open roll and I'll pick it up. That would still be the same, even with a That's My BIS list. That's My BIS is really just adding a little bit more loot homework, right? It's not going to change anything really in raid. It's just going to change kind of more of the prep that happens beforehand. But we don't want to, I guess, if raiders want to talk about it, I'm happy to. We haven't decided to move to that yet, so I don't know if we really want to go that deep into that conversation.
Yeah, one thing to keep in mind here too is that there's already a decent amount of work involved in doing loot under the current system we have, and we want to try and minimize that. So a system where we need to now go and audit SRs every week to see if they're on someone's That's My BIS just isn't going to be sustainable.
I think some of it is just us as raiders not being assholes. If I see something that's an upgrade for me, but on whatever add-on I have that tells me that it's a mage BIS item, and I see 2 or 3 mages roll on it, I'm just simply not going to roll on it because it's their BIS. I'm not going to take someone else's BIS just because it's an upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great. That's a perfect mentality for Mango, and I also think that you will come across Mangos, because I'm one of them, that just doesn't fully understand, doesn't know everyone's BIS items. I like that there's an add-on. I want to look into that. But yeah, I think there's some people who don't fit regular Mango culture that would be quote-unquote assholes about loot, but there are Mango cultured people who could make a mistake because they're not at the same level of knowledge as the next person. But we can help each other out with that knowledge.
We can always have a one-on-one side conversation. If someone reached out to me, perfect example was in ZG. One of the Edge of Madness thingy-madiggers dropped, and Little Scent, it was the last one he needed. And somebody just said, hey, this is the last one that Little Scent needed. It was more off-spec for me. I gave it to him. He doesn't play anymore, and I could have an amazing healing trinket, and I'm not bitter or anything, and that's neither here nor there. But I mean, just having a one-on-one conversation with someone, be like, "Hey, that's actually so and so's BIS. I get that it's probably an upgrade for you, but would you mind?" And I'd like to think that most people. I mean, it's going to drop again. It's not that big of a deal. I'd like to think that most people would be understanding to that.
I agree.
And if you guys need any help looking for any BIS, I will help you look it up. It's not a big deal. I can even screenshot it and send it to you over Discord. It's not a big deal. I'm more than happy to help you.
I mean, in general, hold on, Meat, before you say that, I think the mindset that we want our Mango raiders to have is that when a piece of loot drops, you're not necessarily looking at the % damage increase it's going to do for you, but the raid overall. And that most of the time, a lot of the time, that means that the item's best use isn't going to be to you; it's going to be to someone else. Who just needs to upgrade that slot. It's their worst piece. Now they have it. Now they have a chance of upgrading it. It's going to have a bigger impact than it would going to you. That's the general kind of mindset that we want to see, is thinking about the entire raid first before kind of just your gear. And especially because of how short and finite the classic experience is. We're 3 or 4 months from TBC, and a lot of this becoming irrelevant, other than very niche pieces for tanking Illidan and stuff like that.
What I was going to say was some of the conversations I've had with people is they're only using Wowhead to find their BIS list based off posts the guides that they put there. I use Icy Veins primarily just because they don't give you just your BIS. They give you your secondary, third, and fourth BIS items as well, based on which phase of the release we're on. So you can look at that, and I typically keep it on my secondary screen, because if an item drops and I could just glance over and be like, hey, this is the third best item that I can use in that slot. And not worry about, and if nobody else needs it, I can go after that item and not worry about cucking somebody on an upgrade.
Wowhead does that for some of their stuff. It's weird. Some of their sites just have top abyss, and some have like five deep. And I've also noticed it depends on what class. So like for example, it might show 5 deep for Warlock, but not do that for Warrior. And it's just hit or miss depending on who wrote it.
I mean the beauty of Icy Veins is it breaks it up not only by class but by spec as well.
Yeah, and I'm always going to recommend. Icy Veins is, in a lot case, a lot more accurate. Sometimes, like, where things drop and stuff isn't, like, the best, especially for, like, pre-raid BIS. But when you're looking at BIS lists, you always want to look at the ones that, like, give you options and also tell you if it's contested, which I think is really important. Like, when you're looking at, the Rogue and Warrior ones that are shared in Max, kind of going back to what Kavoth mentioned earlier, like it's only really a tanking upgrade for the most part, but it's a huge upgrade for the DPS for the Rogues. And that's a contested item, and there's probably somewhere else where you can get, you can make up for that Warrior loot.
Yeah, and even like the off tanks, Tier 2.5 is way better for threat, and it still has mitigation, so like, literally, if we give Warrior stuff, like, my opinion is meat stack, or not meat stack, sorry, core tank should be like the only one truly getting into all the robes are done. Because it's just insane for them.
I don't know if you saw my message, Glorious, but has there been any thought about maybe starting to sell some items to pubs that we don't need? Like CTS tonight as an example. Like, nobody really needed it. You know, and I mean, you could probably sell that to somebody who needs it for like an alt that they just leveled for, you know, 1,000, 1,500 gold kind of thing, and that can go straight to the guild bank. You know what I mean?
The problem with that is also getting banned.
It's not a GD. It's not a GDKP though.
It's not, but Blizzard also hasn't been explicit about what their rule is and where the line is. So no, we're not planning on selling any loot. We had this conversation originally during MC. When everyone got the Leaf and the Eye in MC, we started having this conversation about selling them, and the general consensus is that it's just, for one thing, doesn't really fit what we want to do as Mango. Like, we don't want these people coming in just like for one night to pay us money to get loot. Like, we want our raid filled with people who we enjoy raiding with. And that's always going to be more important than adding a little bit of gold to like the guild bank and stuff like that, or bringing in some random who we don't know.
Fair.
I think as somebody that has not played most of this content before, we were talking about lists. Wowhead was helpful until it wasn't, right? So I think always be skeptical of any list. Like the phase 4 or phase 5 list for hunters on Wowhead was actually pretty bad. Now that I look back, there wasn't a lot of info on some of it. And Morio was talking about Sims can really be clutch in that situation. So actually it's going to be an upgrade for you, especially comparing it to what you currently have. Because sometimes it's like a puzzle and you're trying to figure out which pieces upgrade where. And so understanding, okay, this piece is not good for me now, and just understand.
But
so, Sims can be intimidating, but really double checking with Sims because sometimes it's not always what you expect, I guess.
Yes.
But the thing is I mean, that's what things like Icy Veins, like why those lists exist, because it takes a lot of the guesswork out and a lot of the having to sim, just because, I mean, this is not new content, and it's been theory crafted to hell and back. So
and that's fair. I think for people that either are new and or people that know they're not going to be able to grind and play enough to get a certain item like that, and that's a part of like all the BIS lists, you know, then also that's not applicable to them because maybe they realistically just know they're not going to be the player that's going to be able to get that, especially with our, you know, with the semi-casual nature of Mango. There are going to be people that just have to accept, okay, this gear piece is not going to be something I can get, and so understanding, okay, what's the next best and what's the easiest path to get that.
Because it's almost not worth putting Thunder Fury on the BIS list.
Yeah.
someone say Thunder
Catch
Fury?
Candy's better, change my mind.
Actually, Pallies with Thunder Fury and TBC are very effective.
Yeah, I'm also just as a note, if you're looking for BIS like information for your class and like the guides and stuff, the class specific channels are great resources. Like the other teams have a lot of very knowledgeable people who have kind of worked through a lot of this. And if you want a broader opinion than just Mango, those are the perfect places to ask. And then we have the role channels for Mango, where if you're looking for, like, say, a mage's BIS list, just ask in there, and one of the leads or one of the other people in your role will like try and find one that kind of matches what we're talking about tonight.
And you can always talk to your like members of your own class and see what people are going for and what could like sneak in and not type of a thing. So you're not just like competing against the same item. Like if you both eventually get the items, you just like swap what you're SRing basically.
So what are people's general thoughts on Viscidus? Is that something that, like, I know there's a few people who like want some loot off there, like the femur and stuff like that. I've been SRing since day one, the brooch on there, but like none of it is stuff that I'm willing to, like, I'm not the first one to jump up and be like, hey, we should be doing Viscidus every single lockout. We definitely want to down them at least once to say we did, and maybe enough to get like people loot. That's kind of where I'm thinking, and I wanted to see what other people think. Like, is it something like, do you want to be clearing 9 of 9 AQ every single week, or is it something that we only kind of do it until we don't need it anymore?
I mean, I would say yes, because I mean we've only had what 4 legitimate attempts, and we almost killed him. I mean, he's not that far off from being, you know, downed and then eventually farm status.
It just means that everyone has to come more prepared.
Yep.
We need more people. If we want the consensus of people to come, then we need more people to help with the farming sacks.
And I know I missed that this week, but I mean I was there the week before, and I have no problem helping with that. And I'm sure other people share the same sentiment.
Because that's going to be the most important part here, is getting the people together for the sack farm.
Yeah, and I'll make some more like easy throws so anyone that doesn't have engineering can have something they can throw at it too.
Yeah, and another thing too, if you're not able to come to the specific night where we do sack farms, you can always go farm the scorpions in 1,000 Needles, in that little big circle pit area. Every single scorpion there can drop large venom sacs, which can also be used to remove the poison off of Viscidus poison by creating them into a potion.
Where did you say again?
1,000 Needles. That sounded though like Zan, you were going to say something, I think.
Would it be worth it, maybe not now, but later on, to do kind of a poll, POLL poll, on AQ40 with the optional bosses, if people need loot off of them or not, so that we're not wasting our time killing bosses that nobody even needs anything from?
Yeah, we base it off SRs right now, and that's why I'm kind of bringing it up, that like there's a possibility that like if we had a strong enough opinion from the rest of the raid that like Viscidus isn't worth the extra time farming, they would rather be in Skolo getting their rep to get easy Naxatune instead of spending that hour or 2 a week that we need to farm sacks. That maybe we pull Viscidus off the schedule and we do a one-time transfer of pity points where the people who had been SRing stuff can transfer it to another item. That's been discussed before, and so that's kind of why we're bringing it up. But we do check the SR lists. Like, if no one was SRing Viscidus loot, this would be a different conversation. But we do have people who have been SRing stuff and people who are interested in loot off them.
How many?
But there might be more too, because since we haven't cleared it, people may not be like wanting to like roll the dice on gambling.
Yeah, I was
through
thinking the same thing with Bug Trio on that. If we get more formalized polls, then people can mess up if they want something different. Because if they know we're doing it one way, or at least assume, then they're like, well, I'm not going to SR on it, obviously.
True. Like, if I know if we're going to kill Lord Kree last, if we're going to start doing that, I will SR Petrified Scarab every single time until I get it.
And the wand, too. Good about the wand.
Alright, I have something to speak for on behalf of Lily. So, Lily says, question for the group, are we comfortable with people calling people out for rolling on BIS if someone else needs it? If
I think
that's part of Mango culture, then fine, but don't want people to feel called out if they make a mistake.
And you guys have heard me when something drops, like especially when we were first going into AQ, I'll say something like, oh, that's feral bis. Like, I know it's probably good for a couple of our rogues and stuff like that. Like, we do bring it up, but I want to be very clear that just calling someone out for it, like maybe that's how they enjoy the game. Maybe getting the new pieces of loot is the most satisfying part of the game for them. And we're not going to tell people how to play. But I think some general being vocal about when things drop and kind of specifying where you think it should go, it could be kind of allowed, but it's just that calling out part of that statement that I'm like, I don't want us all jumping on someone's neck as soon as they like win a roll that's off, like, you know. You guys know what I'm saying.
I think if you're concerned, it's fair to bring it to leadership and say, point it out, and then a conversation can be had. But
yeah,
I don't know that we need to in voice chat every time something like that happens. We'll put people on blast. That's probably not great.
Yeah.
We never want to put anyone on blast in any format. So I think it's perfectly said to go through leadership. If you can feel friendly about it, obviously DM the person if you have like some advice. But if you're gonna blow up somebody's DMs without coming to leadership, then that's gonna be a problem.
Will there be a return to AQ40 after we start next, or do you think that will realistically be?
If I remember correctly, at least once we start getting RTS progress, we have to come back to get the base of RTS off too.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's still a lot of good stuff for everybody that they carry from AQ40 into Nax, and it stays through even Nax. So
yeah.
I know for me, because this is my first time, and I haven't done next, so I don't know what that's actually going to feel like, but for entering AQ40 and feeling the up in difficulty, you know, and in required preparation, I enjoy a night like tonight where I get to go back to BWL. Not just to face roll, I mean, there's still a good reason people need loot from there to become better for progression. But I'm just saying, like, I enjoy that kind of go back and feel like a god for a night.
Yeah, and that's always part of our calculations here, and like it's kind of why we're pumping the brakes a little bit these 2 weeks, and kind of going back, taking it like a little bit slower, easier content that isn't going to take as many consumes or anything like that. So I think even when we're in the progress phase during Nax, if we start to feel, and there'll probably be polls and stuff like that, if we start to feel that people are strained with progression and stuff, then like maybe the next week will be like a return to old content where we'll do AQ and BWL in one night.
Yeah, I was gonna say with our times, like I feel like that's totally doable. I mean, I don't know how much time progression Nax is gonna take, but it might be like that could could be another night of our raid. I don't know exactly. Especially because it's like we haven't heard about like anything about Nax yet, but like maybe it'll be longer than we I don't know. It all depends on how long Nax is, I think, at least. Where it's like, because we might want to go full like balls to the wall, everybody into Nax because there's only like 2 months of it before pre-patch, or like they have no announcement at all, and then it's like, okay, well maybe we can phase back in something like BWL AQ. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on Blizzard, I think.
Or we might find we hit a boss that we just don't have the gear to beat yet, so we switch one night to getting the gear from previous raids.
Yep.
Yeah.
But our plan will be, I think, to answer Stephen's original question, our plan will always be to continue to go back to the old raids as much as it allows. And ideally, we reach a point where, God forbid, we can clear Nax in a single night. Then we do get that second night where we can always be doing AQ and BWL. But for that first week, the first probably couple weeks, be ready to spend both raid nights in Nax. It is a long raid, it's 15 bosses, there's lots of trash. The trash is difficult in a lot of spots. The bosses have actual mechanics, they aren't just DPS bags. It's just a huge ramp up in difficulty all across the board, more consumes everything.
Okay, that being said, when I first started playing Classic and we hit Nax, my guild was a shit guild, and we still cleared Nax. It took us like 4 or 5 weeks after everybody else had done it, but we still did it. And it's not hard once you get it down. Like if you get the mechanics down, it's an easy raid.
Yeah, it's just making sure people are coming with consumes, that's all.
Yeah, it's like Cthulhu. People always talk about like how hard that fight is, but once you actually do it and you nail the mechanics week to week, it's a very simple fight.
Rank 14 too, making a big difference this go around.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if there was some comment early on to if any of the R14 folks are gonna be rewarded. Is that still on the table? Have you discussed it at all?
I think every time we've discussed it, it's been a no for various reasons. That's a personal goal for the person like that they're achieving. Like, yes, it helps the raid overall, but it wouldn't really be fair to be going and rewarding people just because they have more time, when really what we want is your time in Mango, the 6 hours that we spend together and the 20 mans we do and stuff like that. That's far more important than R14.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I did R14 was I didn't want to have to worry about a weapon until Nax. That's the whole reason I did it.
I mean, but on the other side of the coin, I mean, I could have done R14, but I didn't because I didn't. I mean, it might sound silly to some people, but I didn't like the skin of the Axis, and I didn't want to waste my time on a weapon I didn't want to use. You know.
Yeah.
I got R7 so I could get laid. That's all.
Best we heard tonight.
LEI apostrophe D pervert.
I killed Hogger to get laid.
No, but what I'm saying though is like, you know, like to find, you know, like let's say you guys did decide to reward the people that did the R14 grind. Somebody like me who didn't do it for my reasons suddenly gets slighted because I made a conscious choice not to do it, you know, and had I known I was going to get rewarded for it down the road, I would have done the grind, even though it was for something I didn't want.
Yep. So you can see there's a lot of reasons why we wouldn't.
I'm not lonely.
Yeah, that's one of all of those reasons kind of combined are why we've always kind of viewed that negatively.
As far as it goes for Nax progression, I mean, I personally think we'll be able to clear 2 wings first night, no problem. Like Spider Wing easily.
Oh yeah.
And then probably I think we'd be able to down Thaddeus in the.
probably going to be Spider and Plague first.
Spider and Plague. Hagen will be the only cock block just because it's just it's a you know.
It's just unclean.
Well, the mechanic is it's solid, but sometimes the floor doesn't work the way it's supposed to, and it's not the player's fault.
That was a bug in 2019. They fixed it.
Yeah.
But even back in the original, it was kind of janky. But if they fixed it since, then
yeah, we should be good, and it'll be fun to see what kind of progress we make week 1. I agree. I think we'll get 1, maybe 2 wins down, but it'll be fun to see.
Yeah, it's the big thing with Nax is like, and I had Earth, you were kind of asking if it's realistic that like if Mango is going to be able to clear. 100%. I think Mango can easily 15 of 15 the raid and down every single boss. It's just a matter of timing. That like we only get those 6 hours together each week, and we need to try and fit the clear into there. And that's the thing that's been holding us back with Viscidus at the same time, too, is just, like, we were running out of time at the end of the night on Thursdays, and then we just had to kind of slow start when we switched to AQ last week to go for the first attempts that we had against them. But we'll get there eventually, especially the more that we clean up, like, AQ 40, and the faster we get there, the more time we have for Viscidus at the end of the night. And once we get Viscidus down, it's very easy to repeat that same pattern every time. And Nax is going to be the same way.
just kind of touching on what Lily was saying about, you know, if a warrior were to go after the tier set. I just looked at the tier set the BIS list for Phase 6, as well as the secondary stuff. And I think the only part that was even listed was like the gloves and the bracers. But I mean, they're so far down the list for DPS warriors. I mean, there's so many offset pieces that we can go after.
Yeah, it's literally like jewelry, cloaks, weapons. It's like true upgrades. And like there's like an adjacent one with that like chest that's kind of a little bit better than Annihilation, and I think one for OSG, but yeah, if you're a warrior, please don't reserve that stuff, let our rogues get it. And it costs an arm and a leg just to make it easy.
But I think if people actually put the effort in to look up their BIS lists and their secondaries and thirds and all that, I mean, it can go a long way to helping other people. I was talking to Satura about this earlier with the boots, because he was asking me what I still needed out of BWL, and I'm like, honestly, the only piece I still need is chromatics, but I know there's other people that are still using their rank 14 boots. And, you know, so I'm holding off on even SRing them until they get them, or if they get the boots of the hero. But it's you know, just trying to be a team player with everybody. Putting in a little bit of extra homework goes a long way.
Yes, it does.
Smarter, not harder.
Yep.
So yeah, everyone that's still here, remember this is just the time to ask anything that you want. It doesn't have to be about Nex. It certainly can be still, if that's what matters to you. But policy
I would like to know how All Glorious is.
Raid related. Could be Zan related.
Is it possible to do two-hand in AQ, or do you guys want me to go back to Fury for that?
Fury.
Fiction.
Yeah, just because we need you off tanking a lot.
No, that's true. Whenever I replaced my old DPS set and just put Fury prop back on, actually. But then I'd have to...
We're still technically progressing AQ. We still need to down Viscidus, and we still need to get our time down so we can get BWL in one night. So I think any like the funny meme stuff is we save for BWL MC type, and just make sure that we keep bringing our A game for AQ.
That's why I'm mad that might have been at those in the last boss. If it was like one of the first bosses, it'd be so nice. Because then that takes away a spot for swords for other people. But it's off of Kel.
Hell yeah,
I think
bring
Slam's
Tiger
also
Spec
the way
back.
to go. Oh, dude, imagine seeing Meat Stack in his old form.
Alright, I do have to go. I gotta wake up early. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Peace. Have a nice one.
Bees. Isn't Slam in TBC like a... Someone was telling me that two-handed's like an actual thing in TBC.
Yeah. You want a
was-
singular arms warrior in your 25-man raid because they bring a unique debuff to the boss.
Not just that. Arms, Arms does do more damage because they have Death Wish in TBC.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah, and Fury has sweeping strikes, but they have a little bit. They have a little bit better time getting rage in TBC, and they're about the same damage phase 1 as a Fury Warrior.
I mean,
And it's a little bit easier to play Arms early instead of a Fury Warrior because then you just need to get one weapon instead of 2.
What's the... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, back in OG, well, we always had an arms warrior in the raid with a Nightfall.
In TBC?
No, in Classic. Like
Yeah.
in LOL.
Turns out that
But the-
more damage to just have a warrior with a regular weapon than
Well-
the 15 casters with the Nightfall proc.
Well, the thing is that the raids were much more caster heavy back in the day. The melee heavy raids didn't become a thing until Era.
Well, that's the phase we're in now, so. Yep.
Thankfully, that goes away in TBC.
I know I did the calculations with just our raid group for all the casters we have. If someone were to run Nightfall, it would get our raid about 220 more DPS.
I'm sorry, you did the calculations?
No, I did some calculations as well, yeah.
Google AI.
All right, okay.
Oreo wants to be our dedicated Nightfall.
Or you did some calculations.
I remember pushing the buttons on the calculator, but that's okay. You tell them.
I'm the one who told you the DPS. Anyways, it's about 220 damage, which is not as much as a warrior. Or even a reptile, because they can pump out at least 200 damage with full roll buffs, but it's just not enough unless we had like something dedicated to it. That would be more damage for the raid if you were to have that weapon.
I mean, Shalatar did pretty shitty DPS. We could just bring him back and give him an axe.
It's funny. His brother's standing right next to me in Stormwind right now.
Are you serious?
That's crazy.
I've got a question with regards to
Yep.
On the Twin Imps fight, we've pretty much got our locks nailed down that are going to be tanking. We got battle reses and everything else. Do we want to still keep the locks that are backups in their shadow gear, or are we thinking that maybe we could switch into our normal gear and just start nuking stuff? It'll make the fight go much faster if we do, I think.
I think we're safe having the backups go back to normal DPS for now. We are going to look to get one more Warlock, enough Shadow Gear to take the spot of Keon or Rizlock aren't there. But I think if it's our usual roster that we've had the last 2 weeks, feel free to use one.
We also need to look into dual specs too, because if we're going to stop AQ, we should have locks with their dual spec running SM Ruin and DS Ruin, because it varies on the fights and Nax, and you switch during the run.
Duly noted.
My pet just pulled from beneath, by the way.
I just
Oh,
loaded
good.
my logs, by the way, so you can get the Sakura's didn't do the even rock flame core combo, and mine did. So take care.
Sweet. Thank you, Keon. I didn't do the logout that Warting said I needed to.
Yeah, it shows on yours. It shows even rock, and then it shows invalid for flame core, which kind of stinks.
Did yours work, Keon?
Yeah. I wonder if it's live log versus non-live. I don't know.
Yeah, that's our main difference. And I just haven't logged out yet.
I haven't logged out either. So.
But you uploaded after the fact, right? If I'm live
I
logging
did.
and
Correct.
I need to log out like Warting asked me to, I wonder if that's the thing.
Maybe, but it's live log and you're streaming live, so I think it most likely was already messed up. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some weekend test next week.
I'm coming into the next BWL and unbooning right away. That's the only two fights that I have that aren't freaking 90s is damn Razor Gore and Velistraz.
Yeah, that's what I did
mad
tonight.
he lost.
He's mad.
Bunny's mad he lost.
Yeah, that's
Or you actually
something.
sneaked it out.
Yeah, I've been advocating for unbooning at Vale for a while, and if everyone can stay good on their threat and actually watches their threat meters, we can start doing it. But that's the big concern right now, is that you just wipe everyone's buffs, and then now it's an hour and a half BWL instead of an hour.
Hard cut to next week, we're all dead on the ground.
And I am all for switching to Ebon Rock Flame Gore combo every time. That it goes so much faster that way. We don't have all the excess planning and extra time that it takes.
It is kind of.
Through it, it's so fun.
It's also fun to heal. It's
Yeah,
nice
to be
actually
closer
being
together. Closer
Yeah, how was it
together.
tonight? Were they still too far
Horrible.
apart?
They're further apart than last week.
All right, we'll work on that for next time.
Not fun to tank, let me tell
Stack
you.
them. Stack them.
Great job.
Oh, Brandis, you were just taunting. You did a good job.
We had to switch up a little bit of the tanks tonight, so unfortunately we couldn't help that, but we'll work on the positioning still. It is a little bit cramped, and trying to teach that to a new tanking position, it'll just come with practice and more attempts, so.
It's a fun change up for BWL.
They were close enough for multi-shots, so I think you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Also, as a note, on Monday we are going to do the second jump after Magmadar and skip that little bit of trash on the ramp.
Sweet.
I've never done it. I'll look up a video and post it.
Yeah, you know the little island that has the two bridges leading to Lucy and Magmadar's room?
Yeah.
If you're running into the cave, you just take a right and jump off that cliff. You just keep going right.
But it's guaranteed damage, right? You need to be in the lava for a bit.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody had told me you need to be in the lava. I just haven't done it or haven't seen it yet. So.
Yeah, it's easy, and I'll be standing at the top of the cliff waiting for everyone to jump off. Yes, Lily.
I just noticed there's only 413 warrior kills on double drakes.
Damn.
Kind of great. Be proud of that, everyone. We're a guild that can do double drakes, and only 413 other warriors have done it.
I'd be more proud if they were stacked.
Is that server wide or just all of classic anniversary?
I'm assuming all of Classic Anniversary because it pulls both servers.
I'm still getting over the image of rappelling down into Gold Mag.
Just hand out a bunch of feathers and have everybody buffed and jump down.
That's the one where
I guess I have a.
Go ahead.
an AQ question. We are like serious about wanting to like kill Bisc, or just in general for timing. Are we gonna eventually do the death skip to Oro, or are we just planning on always killing or doing like a mounted skip or anything like that? I don't care either way, like FYI.
Yeah,
And
so
personally, I kind of like killing him for Brandis' hammer. Just a
Yeah,
question.
Brandis' hammer, War Tank.
Oh, I didn't know War Tank was on it now too.
Oh, he's on it
Bad.
now for 1
I'm
week, and now all of a
sorry.
sudden it's not mine. And now all of a sudden it's not mine.
what? No, I said we
No,
were doing
no,
toward the
I'm
hammer.
joking. I'm joking. I was just making a funny joke. My apologies.
I'm confused. Why everyone's freaking out all of a sudden?
No one's
Hammer's really
freaking
good for
out.
road.
No one's freaking out.
No one's freaking out, buddy. To try and answer the question more directly, Kvothe, we're still killing that trash.
Yeah, for now. There
Did we
will be
reset
there will
on,
be a
Scourge?
there will be a point where we like seriously want to speed up runs, and that's when we'll probably start doing more of the skips.
I mean, we're still killing that left bug pack for the chance of getting the mace, so this is how it is, unfortunately, at the moment.
We can put up a poll on that loot and this loot too.
So far, we're 2 for 2 on pulling that extra bug pack for getting a trash loot, epic trash loot.
It's actually true. What the odds of that? It's kind of wild.
I rolled on the Garb of Royal Ascension, and it was the first thing that dropped. I was so happy because going into Nax, that is like second bis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot the meteor trinket dropped last time too. Alright, anyone have any other comments, concerns, questions, suggestions?
What did you eat tonight?
Did I have pasta?
How long until you post your photos in drag?
As soon as I find pictures.
I have some photos in drag as well.
I gotta find my ones that
Solidarity.
pictures
I'll
from
throw them out if
college.
you do.
Yeah, we need to see those.
Yeah, my big 6'7" ass got fucking hit on when I was dressed in drag.
There's people. Yeah, people are into that.
See why not?
Eric asked if we can stack the drakes more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We hadn't thought of that actually. Thanks for
Second
bringing that
person
up.
asking for that.
We're actually gonna try and space them just out of cleave range from now on.
Whenever I see Barrack type, I just imagine it's Stephen with the Groucho Marx glasses on, like he's got the disguise kit when he types in guild chat.
Say, I'm gonna need
how
to hear
Barrack
to stop
rolls.
healing the warlocks so much so I can get more 100 parses.
You guys are gonna keep complaining about not stacking the drakes. We're gonna go back to 1 drake.
I caught Stephen replying to himself in
I get some really high parses on the 1 Drake, so that's okay, I suppose.
No, we're gonna pull the 1 drake, and then just before the other one's dead, we're gonna pull the second one.
They're
I
just gonna
hate you.
spin him in a circle, Stephen. The whole fight.
Horrible. I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna sit in the corner and pout.
We're gonna do 0 drakes. We're gonna make everybody invis past them.
Yep. Just straight for the
Oh,
net
and
kill
speaking of
every time.
dragons,
We're
did
just not
anyone
even
see?
gonna do BWL.
No, we can't do that. Did anyone see why? What the heck is that dragon's name? Firemaw like instantly ran towards me when I was facing the wall and like not touching anything. Because I was very confused.
You pop a consumable?
Yeah.
I think I did a battle shout, and maybe
That
that
was
did
it.
it.
Battle
You
set's
buffed
big.
group.
Yeah, that's big
Yeah.
threat.
He resisted my fairy fire, so he went right to you.
Okay.
Does about 90 threat on a boss when you cast it.
Good to know.
You pop battle shout, especially for
I
the.
didn't even think I could get it from like behind the wall. That was
Well, it's whoever you
like
buff,
actually like
right?
what is going on?
Yeah, it's whoever you buff, and so if you buffed Oreo or someone else that was in combat, then you will get threat.
Hmm.
Because you're buffing the majority of the raid at that point. So if it's 90 threat, let's say it's you're buffing 35 people.
No, Battle Shout's just your party, but yeah,
No,
it was Battle Shout that pulled it.
Yeah, and it's because Glorious wasn't LOS'd, I think. He was the one that was out.
Well, and I think I was in the tank group too, so it probably hit him. And if his fairy fire went off and it's hitting multiple people with it, yeah.
I know some of the healers were out
to know
too, trying to get shields on people and stuff. So
Yeah, I did the same thing on Firemaw a couple of weeks ago in Apple.
Hey,
Thought I was
Glorious,
going to
who's
get
that?
it. Go ahead.
I was just curious, who's that new warlock in guild chat?
I have no idea.
Do it,
Let
Toxic.
us know when you get something other than clams.
It's Ava's ult.
Is that our culprit?
Oh, it is.
Oh, it's Ava's
Moose! Wait, so it was Ava this whole time?
No.
Yeah.
I don't believe the no there.
That's what somebody who did it would say.
I know that she didn't do all of them because there were times I was in AV with her when you all were getting mail, and we'd been in AV for well over an hour.
She's got 2 accounts.
Boxing?
It's okay. She has a clam alt.
I will post both accounts. I do not have any of the clan people.
You deleted them.
Yeah.
No, I really
Covering your
don't.
tracks.
It's just too much work.
I don't know, for someone dedicated to throw that many clams at somebody, I don't think that's too much work.
That reminds me, I need to go log in my
Getting
clan
guilty
account.
and guiltier.
About that time
What
of
if
day.
it's just him sending it to himself? That would be nuts.
That would be both A level.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I was like, that's what I would do.
I have
Critic
something to
clams
say for
conspiracy.
the fireside chat. So I'm the newest raid leader, obviously, officer, whatever it is. And having been on this other side has made me realize how much our raid leaders, how much work they put in, or they volunteer, how much effort they put into making harder content like AQ40 work so that we can show up on Thursdays and Mondays and just do our thing and have fun. So I'm just great, and I'm not even tooting my own horn, I'm just the new guy. It just makes me realize since I've been in Mango for these past few months, how much work they've been putting in, and I'm just really grateful for it.
Please
Are you saying they love us?
Appreciate that, Sakura. The gold's in the mail, by the way.
I didn't quite get that. Can you say that again?
No. I don't
He
think
said you should stack.
Can you
You
say
said
it's
you should
slower
stack the
and-
drakes.
Yeah, so this is where you guys lose me because the PDA is just fuck all of you.
Oh no, Lily. I don't like that at all.
Oh my gosh. Low key though, I think we all love you guys as our officers. And I definitely appreciate you all. So thanks for being awesome.
Yeah,
Except Sakura. I don't know about him.
Fourth, all of that. As I've gotten more comfortable with the game, I've been doing more pugs. I've been in Discord with some other random groups. And something different and special. And I sure know the leads and all the different ways to make sure that happens. Because there's a world where, at least for me personally, that kind of the aura or the whatever you want to call it that gets cultivated in raiding and WoW can be a really shitty experience, and that's not been the case here. So, big props.
What's the color of my aura?
Red.
Eggshell white.
You should ask that. All I can hear is your weak arm moaning in my ears. I'm trying to think.
It's true. It's true though.
Yeah, I think the focus on people over just treating treating them as individuals instead of treating them as a raid spot has served us well, and I think it's going to serve us very well into TBC.
Any plans going into TBC in terms of, not to get too ahead of stuff, I know this is a contention sort of thing, especially for all guilds going into TBC, but with downsizing and everything like that, like what's the, have you given that any thought, what the plan is going into that?
There will still be a mango. I can at least say that. And we will be
Shadow
continuing.
means nothing to me, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll continue going. But yeah, I think it's going to be like all the teams. It's going to kind of be first come, first serve. Whoever hits 70 first, and then once the critical mass of people get up to 70, and we can get our own mango roster back together to start raiding, then we'll probably switch over to that.
Okay.
So I think the plan will be like whenever you get to 70, one of these raid teams will be able to take you. Whichever one gets there first, names might change or something like that. But eventually, once all of our mangoes are 70, there will be an actual mango. We will kind of regroup and continue on.
In terms of the downsizing, to answer the other part of Perandus's question, no, not a lot of thought put into it yet. One, because like you said, we still have Nax, but two, it's just not sure until TBC comes out. We see who's got the time to put into the expansion, basically, right? Like,
yeah,
you know, things change for people in that amount of time. It'll determine like who's actually going to play TBC, and then of the people who are going to play TBC, who's got the time to and the willingness to actually raid, and then seeing what kind of cuts that makes first before we ever have to consider it as officers, because it may just be a non-issue.
Yeah, and as a guild, we're talking about 5 or 6 raid teams going into TBC, so there will be plenty of room as teams kind of downsize and stuff, that no one's going to get left behind here.
It's really going to be more like 10 raid teams.
It is, yeah. We've got a lot of guildies.
10 mans. Like Kara's like the main focus in the first phase. It's the smallest raid.
Yeah.
I went in there finally for like the first time in retail, and holy crap, that is an exciting place to go to, by the way. If anyone's
So
not
much
ever
fun.
looked
A lot
at
of
it.
people's favorite
Like
raid.
creepy piano music, there's like a chess game. It's freaking hype.
It's such a different vibe than anywhere you've raided before.
Dude, facts. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in World of Warcraft. I've prevented myself from going into everything except for Meat Stack had me go into, is it Black Temple? Is that a place?
Yeah.
There's like a demon night elf looking guy.
Dude, you're not prepared.
They're in Gorthine.
Spoiler.
Mother trash.
Well, the Lions fucked them over, so they were like, we're out.
They're just all way.
No, for real, dude. Mother trash is where you get so bored because that trash is so dumb. Yeah, that's all the raids get spicy and thirsty in that trash.
And we know Mango will be like 10 times thirstier, so.
I've been like fighting the urge to look at the. Actually, I lied. I went to the Serpent Shrine as well, and that was also badass. But I had to stop because I was getting too hyped up, and we haven't even finished Classic yet.
Yeah, it's hard. I'm like
It's
so
like a
excited
full
for
day
Max
going.
and Burning Crusade.
Dude, Max is hype. I don't know how different the Lich King one is, but like on all of my characters, every week, I've been going in there and I've got like the warrior set, the rogue set, just like staring at the mobs and then blowing them up by just standing next to them because retail's weird. But it's pretty exciting.
It is my favorite raid.
Is it the same layout in retail? Like same bosses and everything, just different mechanics?
They reworked Karazhan at some point in retail.
He's talking about Nax.
You're talking about Nax. The 4 horsemen are slightly different, but other than that, I think it's the same.
There's different mechanics, yeah. Lotheb, you can only heal like once a minute in this version.
But I think it's to answer your question. I think it's all the same bosses for the most part,
and pretty much the same layout in terms of like raid layout.
Same bosses, same layout, sort of the same fights.
Do we have a second priest that is hit capped in Nax?
Yep. It's on our list.
I'm going to head
Is
out.
Grobulus the same where you have to like kill the trash and then fight him and then like the
Night War
crazy
tank.
kamikaze snots? Night War tank. Are those like slime things in that one hallway still there where if you go next to them it'll like blow you up?
Yeah, now you can lose your world buffs. That's the difference.
Yeah, the Abomination Wing.
You don't have to worry about that in retail. This one, it's more at
Yeah,
stake.
TBC we don't have to use world buffs anymore, huh?
Yep.
Nope.
Everybody
That's
just has to
pretty
be a
high.
leather worker.
You can use scrolls though, because they don't
That's not even
share.
true anymore either. The leather
Only
working.
5 people per raid, something like that.
Yeah. Usually 1 per party. But
Which,
even then, you don't need it.
yeah, a lot of shamans will be going leatherworking depending on their spec, anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're like superheroes.
Just to be clear, in TBC, we cleared every single raid with like I think we had 1 person with drums because it wasn't part of the meta yet back in vanilla.
What are drums?
Yeah, that was a
Is that like a
private
shaman thing?
server invention.
It's
That's
a leather
one
working
of the
thing.
private server optimizations.
It's like a party-wide damage buff.
Is it like a
Damage
trinket?
or haste or
Yeah.
there's 3 to 4 different options depending on which drums you create. And it's
It's a
on
great-
a 2-minute timer.
What is
And
it?
it's
Share? Is it
locked
like
to
a
your group,
potion?
right?
How does it work?
It's its own thing. You get the tinnitus debuff when you do it, so you have to wait for 2 minutes before you can benefit from the effects of anybody's drums again.
It's like
So that- is
it's
that the
like
change?
Lust in retail. If you're not familiar with that, it's like the first iteration of Lust.
Yeah.
Mechanic called Lust. That's nuts. I love it.
It's Bloodlust. It's basically it gives the entire raid a haste debuff or a haste buff.
The horde side of heroism.
Yeah,
And
it's
then you
heroes.
have sated and exhaustion, which means you can't. That's an only wrath though. You can't use it again for a while.
It's like 15 minutes or something. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
in
that doesn't
PC,
exist in TBC.
you can use it and then swap a person into the group and do it again, or just stack people in one group with it. I don't like that though.
Heroism itself has a cooldown, if I remember correctly, and it's only party-wide when you cast it.
I think the button heroism has a 10-minute cooldown.
Yeah, something like that.
Right, but if you have 5 shamans, you could effectively do it over and over again.
Yeah, you can run.
But, so like
Or you
40
just
seconds.
do every group.
Right, that's the better way. But we used to have 5 LA shamans in the group. Just do it on a rotation, which wasn't very smart, but we did it.
Any other big topics for Fireside that people wanted to ask, or any pressing questions people still had for Mango?
Felt like this was answered, but my weird OCD is making me want to ask again. So with the Viscidus fight, there's no point where we gear up enough from AQ stuff. Like the sacks will always be part of that fight. It won't ever become trivial, right?
If we had more time in AQ before like Nax and TBC came out, like you do naturally reach a point where everyone has enough nature resist. They're at like the 150 mark where sacks don't become necessary. I highly doubt we're going to reach that point. Maybe in Classic Plus. Well, actually, when Nax comes out, all the nature resist craftable gear comes out. So it might be a possibility that we get everyone to there, but I think just from gear in AQ is probably not going to happen.
In a perfect world, you get everything you need from
I think it sounds like we wound them down. I mean, obviously, guys, if anybody thinks of one when they leave, or if you're not comfortable, voicing it in the Discord channel, everything like that, you can always just give it to a lead, and we can either bring it up and make a post about it, or just answer it privately, whatever ends up being the best option. But obviously, in the spirit of the raid team, please don't feel like when you leave here, we no longer want your feedback. I'm waiting for multiple whispers about stacking the drakes personally. But please still feel free, like you can share it, obviously.
That Barrack guy.
I'm just trying not to get you guys breathed on.
Barrack's not even in our raid team. I don't even understand why he cares.
Alright, meeting's over. If we want to talk in our respective dungeons, guys.
Yeah, let's do a quick leads meeting too.
Oh.
You're not free
Welp.
Yeah, you'll be free soon.
It's okay. I forgot.
Alright.
Right?
Okay. It's getting insane right now. Start pulling shit.
Whoa, yeah, pull the whole room.
Factor is low. Why'd you do it?
No? Alright.
Trying to carry on a conversation with like 200 APM over here, hitting all the freaking hatchlings and crap.
Yeah.
There was the knockback. I was wondering if anybody was gonna get tagged in the room. I've never seen that. I want to see it happen.
I know, right?
That's why I fought him there, and then you pulled him back.
I
being the nice guy. Jesus.
I'm just programmed because we did this for like 3 hours the other day. Like,
alrighty.
I'm gonna drop this. Have a good night, everybody.
Have
a nice one.
See you, man.
Or Tank is trolling my suggestion.
What was your suggestion?
That we should stack the tricks.
Oh.
Just gonna put it in every channel. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna screen grab it now.
I feel bad that you had to tank Brandis. Forgot that we did that the week before, honestly.
Somebody know he's referenced having to like change the tanking tonight? Who was not here? What was going on? With
It's because I was trying to benchmark two-handed. So I don't have the tank spec right now. Because I swapped out of it like a goober.
A goober that fucking put up numbers. That was pretty nice on it with the spec you've got running.
I love it. It's how I learned warrior. It's always had a soft spot in my heart. Because I remember the first raid I was ever in, people were like, "What are you doing in here?" I was like, just wait. And then it was like some random pug MC, and I was the #1 DPS, and people were like shocked. And it was in that moment I knew I loved warrior. But I was trying to like go two-handed, so that way it's not contesting like weapons in Nex, because the weapons are like the coolest thing ever. Like those swords are freaking awesome, but there's like a slight upgrade to the two-handed off of I don't remember what boss it is. Gluff? You get like a little bit more attack power, so there's like technically an upgrade to two-handers until like Kel'Thuzad, which kind of sucks that Might is on that guy because that thing's insane. But I was told to stay in, what's it called? So that was my one and only benchmark, I guess. I'm curious to see how it does in the bug land though, honestly. Because there's a lot of ads that you could like cleave into. Has anyone finished like Earth Strike yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandis, Doom, and I. I'm not sure anyone else. yet.
Mangler too.
Mangler, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell me it's worth it, please. After all these bugs, it's like hurting.
It's more worth it on a class that doesn't have Diamond Flask, to be honest, because it just depends on what our fight timers are.
I mean, it's more worth it on a character that doesn't have DFT.
That's it, yeah. I mean,
Or
I got
has
that.
manufacturer.
I got
like,
that first. I was like,
we don't have Death Wish and the other sort of 2-minute, 5-minute cooldowns, so we have to like manufacture them sort of as rogues. So it's sort of just like a go button on things like vulnerable phase Cthulhu.
Yeah.
It's just a button to hit that is on demand damage. And warriors have lots of on demand damage, but rogues don't really.
Yeah, I'm close to getting it on my sword rogue, but
it's
rough.
great on rogues because you just link it to Blade Flurry and hit them both at the same time. Exactly.
Would you still want to get Jom if you have Earth Strike, or is it like one or the other?
That's sort of up to. I mean, conventional wisdom on rogues is you have one passive, one static, and you just rotate the on use trinket.
Oh, okay,
Earth
gotcha.
Strike, and then when Earth Strike's on cooldown, if it's not up by the next boss, then you put on your next. And you would usually pair it with. Bring down this one. I mean, realistically, we're pairing it with Hand of Justice, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it also sort of depends on if you're still using the ZG energy trinket, which dagger rogues use that longer than sword rogues, and because that's an on use as well. So right now I'm using 2 on uses. I'm just hoping the fight ends fast enough. But if I were to get DFT, I would switch.
Gotcha.
Basically, it's the first of the power-up trinkets, so it's like entry-level power button, but like every on-use DPS trinket from here on, including Jom, is better, right? So it's just the gateway drug to the good shit that's coming. So yes, you want it, but when you get something better, it goes by the wayside. And you would only use it if your better shit is on cooldown. Like if you use one on one boss and you're just, the next boss is so quick, like on the Drakes or something like that, then the next boss is so quick that it's just not off cooldown yet. So you always have one ready to go.
I mean, that's what I found in BWL is that, like, you only have, like, 1 or 2 fights that you actually use Earthstrike in, because all the other ones you're, like, using Diamond Flask for, because, I mean, obviously we're not killing them in Earthstrike time, so it's like, it's better just to take the longer trinket, right? So, I don't know. It's hard to gauge how worth it is, I guess, is my point.
Yeah, if I had that much attack power that lasted a whole solid fucking minute, like, I would just throw my Earthstrike out the window of my car. Roll out the window. But I don't. That flask is just absurd. I hope you all realize how absurd it is. All you
Oh, yeah, totally.
And the most absurd thing about it, right, is it's not only still relevant, but it's like preferred. It's from like Sunken Temple, and we're gonna be rolling into Nax, and it's still like nobody takes it out of their backpack, even though it's a Sunken Temple level trinket. That's the crazy part, is where you get it. It's not just how good it is. I'm done. Stack the Drakes.
Yeah, I think that's why they released it late time. Yeah. Or did you not get it before in phase 3?
No, it's not out. It's not out the first couple of phases. There's a phase that all those class quests come out.
Was that the same in 2019 Classic, or is that just this year? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. It was
the only thing they've changed. The only thing they've changed is they sped up some stuff in this version because it's just not going to last as long. Like the 0.5 armor, like the Dark Mantle armor, that used to not come out until the same time as AQ and Earthstrike. So you were farming everything all at once, but they are basically telling us that AQ is not going to last long enough to finish all that shit. So they let Dark Mantle come out early, which sort of messed up all the BIS lists. Which I was going to mention in the phone call earlier, that like you got to make sure your BIS list has been like edited for 2019, or else you read some like old or edited from 2019, or you read some old ass shit, and it's wrong. Like
yeah, especially with PvP stuff.
The PvP stuff, it doesn't even take it into account like that it's actually attainable. But then like also, rogues got burned a lot. I think Scott Stephen, he like went in on a piece off of Neff and had no idea. None of us knew that 0.5 was coming out so quick, and it was all the rest focuses in Dark Mantle, which totally changes what you want out of BWL. So it's your BIS lists have to take into account the release option.
Yep, that felt bad.
Yeah, AQ 40 BIS for rogues has an asterisk next to it, right? Which is like, if you've already gotten your 0.5, which your BIS list doesn't think you could have gotten yet, then all of this is sort of has a footnote next to it. But not every rogue has their 0.5, so it sort of doesn't matter to some of them. Guys, it's midnight and I have 40,000 honor left to get on a character that probably doesn't really need the honor. Do we think I make it, or do I go to sleep?
I think that's doable. That's doable. 40K?
Doable if you want to spend another 3 hours in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only 11 o'clock my time. I'm West Coast, so.
Oh, sure.
Is it
I
AV
low-key hate
weekend?
that I sim
No.
AV weekend is this week, right?
It's
Hopefully.
next. Yeah, it's next coming weekend.
I should have done the 2K I needed so I could get 400K. I've been like simming a bunch lately, and like, even though I have like Ripper and Brute Blade, the stupid R14 is literally like 35 DPS plus just alone. So I'm like tempted to just try to get it done before Nax comes out, just to have it done. But it's so much pain because I have like 4 weeks that I would have to dedicate on it.
It's gonna get harder and harder. But then again, about 3/4 of the way through Nax, they're gonna do TBC pre-patch, where all of those weapons are honor becomes a currency, and you're just gonna be able to buy rank 14 weapons. So you're just gonna be able to farm honor and tokens from different battlegrounds and turn them in for the weapons. So if you wait too long, your problem solves itself. And then it's like that scene from The Incredibles when everybody's super, nobody is super. Literally everyone's gonna have rank 14 weapons. Everyone who cares about them.
Yeah. Part of the reason I haven't done it on this character because I wanted to actually like feel what it's like to use like raid weapons on this rogue.
It doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it's like really hard to like keep on par with the rest of the parses.
I mean,
though I do beat some rank 14s, which is kind of sad because they shouldn't be losing.
That's considering how good of luck you had to actually, get Karaji Ripper. Like, there's one sword in all of AQ40 for all the people that don't have rank 14s, so it's usually kind of a pain in the ass. Like,
yeah, I was
we didn't see our
shocked
first
when it
one
dropped.
in 2019 for like 7 lockouts.
Jeez.
So.
I was like super close to deleting my one rogue. I don't think I'm gonna raid with him anymore after that freaking warrior with the worst parses I've ever seen. A human warrior who literally take the what is it called? Dusting? Freaking shattered me. I can't believe I rolled an 8 and then a 1. So stupid. Really kind of miffed that the raid leads even allowed a human warrior to roll on that. So dumb.
Take a few weeks off. Be unable to attend the raid and see what happens.
That's true. And I'm not even gonna play that character in Nax. He's just my flower guy. So it's like I had to like it took me like a night to get over it, but then I got over it. But I was like I've never felt that type of feeling. I was like when I wrote that I understand why people take heroin, I meant it. I was like, this sucks. Freaking if he was like a dwarf or something, like I wouldn't have cared. Because it's like, okay, like if he staggers using edgies, like bold move, but I respect it. But a human warrior with like terrible parses, it like I was like, why are you not on like? And this is the other dumb thing. This is why I was mad. Is because he keeps SRing the Annihilation Gauntlets, and I'm like, you have to keep using your edgies, right? Like +3 isn't gonna do what you think it's gonna do. Like you have to have the full. That's why it's good for rogues because we have an 8/5. He's like, well, it like still helps with lancing blows, and it's bis until Kel or something, and so that tells me he's gonna just continue to do daggers. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to be on this raid team. If like I'm down with people playing how they want to play, but that's kind of rough. The other rogues were not happy. Were freaking out.
Is that a raid team in our guild?
No, it's a different guild. I was trying to get into the Apple or Orange team, but they weren't recruiting rogues ever. So I had to go out of the streets. I like the people there though, they're chill, except for that one warrior.
I lost my first Perdition's Blade to a warrior who didn't even have edgies. He was waiting to also jack the H-Core Helm leather gloves. He's like, now I just need the gloves to reduce the glancing. And I'm looking at him like, all right, bro, that's awesome. And then I stopped raiding with them. I was just a pug. They were a late night raid, so it was a good raid time for me. But they were. I did not choose to return as a pug. I don't know what. I don't know whatever happened to that warrior. I don't know if he ever got his gloves. I don't know if he bought his edgies. Who the hell knows?
Or if he even plays.
I'll be right back. It's school night now, and I gotta get some. I gotta make sure people are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Nice. But that whole like scenario is literally when I had my guild, why I made a guild to like not have people take stuff that like Rets and stuff taking stuff from warriors. I was like, what is this? Blew my mind. Didn't understand it. Granted, you wouldn't mind if we had a Ret come in and take Onslaught, right? You'd be okay
I'd
with
kill
that?
myself.
Dude.
That's it. Closest
That's where I'm
bridge.
at with a few stuff.
Google Maps.
Like, where did he go? I haven't seen him on for weeks.
I've been dead for weeks at that point, yeah.
Yeah.
I was very close with Shalatar. That's a Ret Paladin right there. In Warrior's clothing.
Yeah, dude. I was...
He was doing Ret Paladin DPS, so I was just worried, you know, like...
Yeah.
Well, if it's
I'm
done
fine with
right,
people
a
doing
Ret
stuff, but-
Paladin can be like almost as good as the very worst warrior.
The worst
Depends who's
being
playing
like
it, I guess.
handless, yeah, for sure. But like most of our warriors like have hands, which is great.
Yeah. I haven't looked at our like logs at like everybody's stuff, but I feel like our group is pretty good with like warriors.
Yeah,
there
no,
some-
everybody like pulls
I'm
their
like,
weight.
what in the hell?
At this point, everybody who is like really like dog shit bad went.
Yeah, true.
At least on warrior.
Do we have a new warrior in our guild last this BWL? I feel like I saw somebody that I didn't know who they were.
Yeah, I think.
That was Muru for a hot second.
That was Muru?
Yeah, it was Muru.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did they just join for...
Hiring is all.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, I didn't know we got another...
That's it, right? We killed everybody on the
No.
top?
It's
Oh,
disease.
we... Oh my god.
Barrett got us all confused. Blame him.
A Spartan died, and I just ran around. I didn't know what to do anymore with myself.
Really?
Oh, yeah, Spartan's fault.
Yeah.
Call me. No,
I wasn't gonna go
Squirrel was
there.
on when I came to this realization, so we're talking about Bissless, and I don't know what it is, the Hunter phase was hot trash. And having not played this game before, I didn't know that, you know, ZG dropped and I didn't know any of that content. And, because it doesn't have banging the faceless and a bunch of ZG gear, either listed as like alternate weapons.
Yeah.
And so I had gone back and I was doing Sims, and the phase 5 list is a lot better, and I was like, oh, so I should really go for this thing. And then I checked the loot logs, and I had gotten it in May, and it was in my, I was able to get it restored.
What?
I got rid of it.
Oh,
yeah.
that's great.
Wait,
That's
what was it?
insane.
What item? What item?
The Fang of the
Fang of the
Faceless.
Faceless.
Oh, no way!
That's fucking hilarious. Well, that's amazing. I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, it all
Hell
worked
yeah.
out.
No, for real, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny. I was on with Kurt, we were talking about that, and I don't know, he said something about the loot log, and I was like, maybe I should check this, and I just searched for Fang, and I saw I was one of the people that had gotten it. Actually, I was checking to just see how many had dropped as we had done ZG. And then I was like, oh, I got it? Wait a second.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, well, that's good. The offhand, or you know, like the Warblade? No.
Yeah, the Warblade is on the phase 5 list, and the Fang is phase 5 list. The phase 4 list, never even talked about it. I don't know who...
That's crazy.
And I actually noticed when phase 5 dropped, there was the same author of the Phase 4 list has done a Phase 5 list for like the first day, and then I noticed a different author popped in with this Phase 5 list. So it's like the Wowhead people were like, what are we doing here? Let's get a different guy. Pack somebody else in.
I never noticed that. I skirted just thinking about weapon drops because I just went to GM for that opportunity.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. Because I also don't know shit. I'm just going off of all the shit I Google whenever a phase drops.
And honestly, the transition in this phase, like, online is kind of, like, rough. Like, as Spartan was saying, like, the phase 4 to 5 was, like, super vague on, like, what's good, what's not good, and everything was just, like, R14, and you couldn't find, like, things outside of it of, like, well, what am I supposed to replace first? And then now it seems like they've caught up to everything, like, they updated their pages or something. I don't know what it is. It was rough there for a little bit.
That's always the tough thing with crowdsourcing, right? You just rely on everybody putting good work in and getting the right people in place.
Yeah. I think it's hard for hunters though too, because I have no idea how to understand hunters. I tried leveling one, got to like 14. The like pig that I had was like confusing me. I felt like I was neglecting it, and so I just stopped playing him. I fed it though. It always had a green face, but other than that, I think I was bad to it.
I feel like I started to pally alt. I haven't gotten that far. I do have a bone to pick with Warrior. Back in like OG in like 07, when Sakura got me into it. I think I made it to like the 40s, and I never made it to 60. And we did Classic. We started late. We probably started mid to late 2020. So a lot of the early zones were kind of dead. So basically like solo leveling.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
And I did a Warrior again, and I think I made it to the 40s or 50s. So I kind of have like this, I need to get a Warrior to 60. Like, cannot let this game beat me multiple times. Maybe I'll do it. So I rolled Hunter this time to just try something different, and it's worked out pretty well.
I say go for it 100%. I feel like everyone's like dogging on Warriors for TBC, but I feel like they're not as bad as people make them out to be. So I like looked at old like parsers.
You just need 10 of them. Like the difference, it's not that they're bad; it's that they're just not stackable. Like that's the difference.
I kind of hate that people stack them in Classic, honestly. Like, it's kind of cool how WoW does change to where you can like kind of play what you want to play, and it like works out for a raid group versus like feeling you have to play something. But because I was like worried for a hot second, I was like, oh, is my rogue and my warrior like trash and no one's gonna want me? And then I was like looking into parts, I was like, they still pump, like they're not bad. But yeah, I think you're right about the whole like diversifying the roster versus like people just pumping like 30 warriors in a raid for speed running. I don't know how people do that either. Like, I'd rather spend like an extra hour somewhere knowing that I could like potentially get something for loot versus like rolling against 1,000 other people every time. It seems pretty crazy. Sakura has joined the voice channel.
What up?
Yeah.
Just in time. You're tanking this one.
Oh, thank you. Let's see if I can pull aggro for real.
I was telling them about my Fang of the Faceless discovery a week or so ago, Skirt.
It's cool that it was still like there though for you to respond.
Oh no. That's the cat that I'm throwing on my ult.
It's the second time, Mungler. How do you feel?
Did it drop last night too?
Yeah. No.
I'm gonna check all the Shadowcraft gear before I DE it. I'm gonna dock off 2 of my shards from distribution to see where this is gonna go. Does anybody not have 2 Scourge Stones?
I have 3.
I have 2.
All right.
Did you have 1?
I have 2, so I am good.
Okay, sweet.
Sweet.
Alright, I think I'm gonna call it there. You want
Yeah, I
to
have to
distribute the shards.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna accidentally DE any gear I need.
Sure.
Brandis, can we get a portal?
Yep. Hold on.
They make one.
I wish there were more like portal items in Classic. I feel like that would. I don't.
You take that because I have to split stuff. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I took it. I instantly took it.
So everybody gets 3. We got 12, so that's good.
Thanks for doing that, Steven.
Yeah, thanks. Steve.
Actually, somebody gets. Who wants extra ones? Because I'm gonna keep 2 of these Shadowcraft and see what just
I
for
don't care.
giggles.
I don't care either way.
Wait, everybody can get one.
Hit.
As I watch Sakura disappear.
Everyone can get one now that Sakura left. All right.
Yeah.
We're good.
Oh my god.
Alright, I gotta get out of here. Thanks for the runs, guys.
Yep,
Yeah, thanks.
GG's.
GG's.
Thank you for
We're
the
getting there. I'm up like 4K rep past couple days.
Yeah. Yeah, with 3K into Revered, this is hell.
Yep.
I'm not feeling good about it, but I have a
Way into
positive
Honored.
tone.
Oh, I just want to be into Revered. I don't think I care about getting too exalted.
I think I should probably buy an arcane crystal or 2.
I have a bunch.
Yeah, what
I
do you
just
want?
am like, is this worth saving gold? Should I just bring my paladin for this?
Make so much money from
And
this.
then get the Deathbone set, and then every time it drops, I'm not like, God fucking damn it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm thinking that might be the play because I'm sick of seeing that helmet drop.
Be good.
Yeah.
And at this
Yeah.
point, I'm never gonna play that character again because I'm so sick of Scala.
That's a possibility, I guess.
Crazy.
Hey, how you doing?
But playing it with everybody's really
Keep
fun.
it real.
Yeah.
Time is money, friend.
Yeah, everything's just getting curb stomped. It's crazy.
Yeah. You could just do stupid polls the whole time.
Got everybody killed once. That's a highlight.
Yeah, I mean, that happens pushing the limit, you know.
Yep, we found it. We found where it was.
I think I'm gonna go eat some food. I'll be back on if anyone's on, but if not, good night and awesome raid.
Yep.
Good night, dude. Have a nice
Good night.
one.
You too.
Be good. What's up? Have a good one. Yo! Keep it real.